Hey, everybody. I want to talk about spirituality and what it's like to be spiritual. This is from my own perspective, and if it doesn't resonate, then it's fine. Pass on by. It's not a big deal. But I wanted to share my perspective that we are all spiritual. You just being here in this physical manifestation, physical flesh, meat suit, whatever you want to call it, is you being spiritual, breathing, talking, walking, thinking, creating, all the things. We are a connection, an extension off of source energy, co-creators with source. We get to we have the opportunity to do this. And when, the thought of understanding that we are the only civilization, the only planetary system out there, we already know that we're not. We already know based on science, and that our Milky Way is this small little system in a bigger grand system, that there are multiple civilizations, multiple planetary systems out there. And so we're not the only Earth that we can live on. And the really amazing gift that we get to come from this consciousness, this sentient being, to a physical manifestation of being here on Earth and getting to create and do and all the amazing things that we get to do is a huge blessing. It doesn't matter whether you're eating healthy, whether you're meditating this way, whether you're tapping into your brain, whether you're all the things. While they're amazing, and yes, we should take care of ourselves, and yes, you can tap into deeper portions of your consciousness and understand things that we didn't understand before. And that's a gift in itself too, because we're multidimensional beings. Everything is about going within and knowing who you are, learning about who you are as a spiritual being. And I had this dream this morning that one of the main messages that came out of the dream was about being the observer of your situation and all the things that go on around you, and not passing judgment on yourself or others. And we talk about this a lot in the spiritual community, but this was significant in the sense of being able to be here on Earth and have the opportunity of free will and getting to experience emotion. But being here on Earth and getting to experience free will and what that means, free choice, to choose whatever it is that you want to choose, with the understanding that whatever choices that we choose, there are reactions to those, and it's us that deem it, whether it's positive or negative. It's not really either or, it just is. And with that free will and free of choice is that sometimes all of us have this, so sometimes we get caught in the crossfires of another person's free will, and we're hurt by that, or we experience hurt. Because again, all of these choices and free will is just experiences. And so, if you were a person who, we go through seasons in our life. So if one season you're working out hard and you're losing weight and you're taking care of your body and you're being conscientious about the food that you intake and things like that. And then you go through a period where it's time to rest, because we ebb and flow through that. All of us humans do. And so now you're not working out, you're not, being conscientious of your food, you're being led to, rest. But you're looking back on this period of time that you had all this energy to do, and you're wondering why you don't have that now. Well, because your body's saying you need to rest. It's time to rest, because sometimes we need to do that to honor and take care of ourselves in that inner way, feminine way of rest and nurturing that is opposite of the other. But we pass judgment on ourselves for that, for not being that way anymore, or what we think is the correct way. And then we put shame on ourselves for that. And then we project it outward onto other people and judge and shame them for being the way that they are, or what we perceive as the incorrect way, or not our way. And so I would just like to encourage everybody that we are all spiritual. Every movement, a waking moment that we have, even when we sleep, we are spiritual. Just being here in Earth on this existing plane in this life, you're still spiritual. So I don't know. I don't mean to take light of that. It's just we're doing the same thing that governments and countries do to each other, all this projections of hate and judgment, blah, blah, this and that. And we're doing that with each other in the spiritual community. We're doing that with each other in religious communities. And what religion that you practice is the better one than the other one. And it's just constant divide. It's constant hate. It's constant projections of judgment that we have on ourselves. And, you know, a lot of those things, when we are born in the womb and our chakras are starting to form, our root chakra is starting to form, that generational stuff that the mother experienced from her mother and her father and her society and her environment, we are now, it's now forming in us energetically. And so we are born into this world with the pain and suffering that the mother had, and even joy, all of that, everything that the mother experienced. And then we get to experience on a physical external from the father and from their line of generation, things that they experience. And it just is a cycle. It just constantly is a cycle. And so it's amazing to see all of us shift as a generation, as a society right now, as a collective, to shift into knowing who we are spiritually as a soul inward, and what that looks like. And then that way we can teach our children about who they are when they come into this world. And it's a beautiful thing to experience and watch. And it really hurts my heart to see so much judgment passed on each other constantly. So much shame, so much rejection constantly. We gotta do better, you know? We just need to love each other and have a lot more compassion and understanding that we're all on a different journey. We all have different perspectives, different ways of comprehending things, and not one way is wrong. We'll get where we're supposed to get, you know, in the way that we're supposed to get there. Anyway, have a great day.